So I'm coming to you all the way from the Colosseum in Rome. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and it was built in 80 AD, which is pretty impressive considering it holds 60,000 spectators for so many different events, but among them the gladiator battles as well, which are really famous. And we're here today because the quote I wanted to share with you is by one of the last 5 good emperors called Marcus Aurelius. Now, Marcus Aurelius is so called the 5 good emperors because unlike the other emperors that ruled with, dictator, power-hungry rule, Marcus Aurelius ruled based on virtue, and it's no coincidence that these 5 good emperors were actually chosen. They were elected to the throne, not actually inherited it. So Marcus Aurelius, you may know from the movie Gladiator. He played the good emperor, and there were 2 kind of falsehoods that Hollywood made up about that movie on a side note. Number 1, Marcus Aurelius didn't actually die through the hands of his son, who played by Joaquin Phoenix in the movie. He actually died on battle. And also number 2, Russell Crowe, who played the gladiator Maximus, that was actually a fictitious character. It was like a combination of different people, including Spartacus, the leader of the slave revolt. Anyways, the quote I want to share with you today comes from Marcus Aurelius' book called Meditations. Not the kind of meditation where, you're like a Buddhist trying to achieve enlightenment or something. Not that meditation, but the kind of meditations you have when you're just silent and you're with your own thoughts and you're trying to think about life and your direction, etc. So this is something really rare in history. Here we have a Roman emperor, the last of the 5 good emperors, who wrote a series of 12 books called Meditations just for himself. He never wanted this to be a bestseller or get published or anything. He just wrote these words for himself, and we get an insight into his thinking. And here is the quote: "If a thing is humanly possible, consider it within your reach." Like, what a cracker of a quote. If a thing is humanly possible, consider it within your reach. That means too often when we think of trying to achieve something, we think, I want to learn how to play a musical instrument, but I'm not musical. I want to learn how to sell, but I'm not a salesperson. I don't have the gift of the gab. I want to perhaps, run 100 miles an hour. Well, that's pretty much impossible. But I want to run really fast, but I wasn't born with that gift. I'm not talented, so I won't do it. What he's saying is that's completely rubbish. If a thing is humanly possible, consider it within your reach. Instead of focusing on all the differences, that you're too young, too old, not enough experience, too much experience, focus on the one glaring fact that's right in front of you, that you're a human being, just like all these other human beings as well. You breathe the same air, you walk the same way, etc. And sometimes I think to myself that humans are capable of so many things, capable of building like this amazing Colosseum. And I think if we can put a man on the moon as an example, then you can achieve the thing that you're wanting to do, whatever it is. The second really important thing to realize about this quote is that it's not the whole quote. The actual full quote goes like this: "Just because something is hard to master, do not think it is humanly impossible. But if a thing is humanly impossible, consider it within your reach." Now, why is that important? Because it shows that he wrote this quote just for himself, and Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, is still saying he found things hard to master, but he kept persevering and he didn't consider them out of his reach because other humans have achieved them. And that's what I'd like to share with you today as well. It's really helped me a lot when I didn't believe in myself, didn't believe it was possible or could be done. I just thought to myself, if a thing's humanly possible, if someone else has done it, I can do it too. Why? Because I'm human. Forget all the other stuff, too young, too old, too short, too fat, whatever it is, good looking, bad looking, but because I'm a human being as well. So let me know if you like this video. I'd love to hear your comments, what you're thinking is hard, but now is possible for you as well. And share it, like it, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, just remember, if a thing is humanly possible, consider it within your reach as well. Thanks for watching.